Hi, my name's Brian Moore, and I'm part of the customer success team at Guidewire. I want to welcome you to the first ever connection session we've done on Guidewire's customer success team. As part of today's session, we want to talk a bit about how our customer success team is helping customers on their cloud journey with us. Our customer success team was formed around 2 years ago with a focus on helping our customers to adopt and get more value out of their Guidewire investment. As part of today's session, we want to cover a few areas. One, we want to share a little bit more about how our customer success team is engaging with customers on their cloud journey. Christina Colby, who is our Chief Customer Officer, will talk a bit about her vision for Guidewire's customer success team. And lastly, we'll have a panel discussion with some of our customer success leaders to hear a bit about how they're supporting customers on their cloud journeys with us. Many of our customers have shared that Guidewire has changed the way they operate, and in some cases that our partnership has been a catalyst for change within their organizations. Guidewire's customer success organization is really focused on helping to drive a more strategic relationship and help drive adoption and value realization. Let's hear from a few customers that have been impacted by how we strategically partner with them and how it's changed their future and their business.
We can't predict the 100% of what will happen in 5 to 10 years, but what will for sure happen is that things will be radically different from the ones we are seeing now. So what do we need with Guidewire? We need more and more efficient ways to manage IT operations, and Guidewire Cloud is probably the best answer to this need. We need to focus on our product architecture. We need to focus on our innovative pricing algorithms, on an ecosystem of touch points for the customers. All these things have to be integrated in this ecosystem of Guidewire services and touch points.
It's really changed the culture of our company. Everybody is interested in how the company's performing. We display metrics throughout the company on big screen monitors in each of the departments. It's made employees really interested in how what they do for their jobs impacts the success of Union Mutual.
Guidewire has been a catalyst for way more change than just the technology platform. We have changed the way we work, we've changed our mindsets, we've really broken away from the way it's always been done to, how can we do this better? What are those things that are creating and driving competitive advantage for us versus what are those things that we should retool, throw away, or do differently? Implementing the software has had a profound effect, and we believe will have a profound effect. It's just watching kind of the mindset and the way we work kind of change inside the organization.
Any executive of any company wants to continue to roll out state-of-the-art technology to their stakeholders. However, they want to do it in a very responsible manner. So by having a strong business partner who's helping us to vet new technologies and to make sure that each of those new technologies truly adds value and makes our system more stable and more robust for our customers is critical. We like the innovative nature that Guidewire has, and we like that Guidewire tries to continue to put forth the best ideas and the best technology to help all of its business partners.
Amica representatives have really grown accustomed to a solution, a platform that has empowered them, I think, in greater ways. It's enabled representatives to handle a larger volume of transactions in a shorter period of time. It's improved the user experience.
It's inspiring to hear from our customers about how their partnership with Guidewire has helped to enable various changes within their organizations. Those could be a mindset change, a cultural change, or innovations to their business. Next, let's hear from our Chief Customer Officer, Christina Colby, on how our customer success team is partnering with our customers. Hi, Christina. Could you give an introduction to yourself and your role at Guidewire?
I'm Christina Colby, and I'm Guidewire's Chief Customer Officer. I have responsibility for our customer success function, as well as our solution alliances and our consulting alliances, which we've brought together because we believe that all of those aspects are so critical to our customer success.
Christina, how would you define customer success? What does it mean to our customers, and what value does our group provide to our customers?
So customer success is really something that has matured significantly in the software industry in the past 5 years or so. For us, it's really about being able to provide a true journey for our Guidewire customers. We're really focused on being able to participate in the phases like new capability adoption, thinking about value measurement, and trying to capture all of that into a succinct multi-year success plan that describes how we're specifically contributing to our customers' business objectives.
Christina, can you tell us more about the impact of Guidewire's customer success team?
Our customer success managers become phenomenal facilitators on behalf of our customers. So for our Guidewire Cloud customers specifically, we look to our customer success managers to take the accountability around our customers' outcomes. So they help to coordinate with all of the various roles across the organization, whether that be in a delivery capacity, in more of an operational steady state, really trying to look at how to bring all of the right capabilities across the organization to bear, and to do that in a highly coordinated fashion. Through that experience over the past few years, what we've really learned is there was a lot that we learned sort of in practice with our first few cloud customers, phenomenal partnerships and a wonderful collaborative experience with their support. And where we are now is really trying to get to something that will allow us to have more scale, as well as truly enabling our customers to be able to do more on their own. And so that's something that's really exciting as we think about how do we make our customers feel more confident, more enabled. As we talk about it within Guidewire, though, we acknowledge that there is that competency of customer success, but it's also about every single person in the Guidewire organization ensuring that our customers are successful.
Christina, can you elaborate on how customer success works with our customers?
What we always want to keep in mind is what is that actually enabling for your business? So how are we helping you to meet and beat your business objectives? And while there could be one set of measures and objectives that we have for one customer, those could be drastically different for another customer. And that's something that's really important. When we think about customer success, it's really about how we show up to meet your requirements, not trying to think about, what we can do in a broader sense. It's truly about what it means to each of our individual customers.
Christina, can you share some insight on the Guidewire customer success team and their backgrounds?
We have a really phenomenal team. So we have pulled together individuals that represent what we believe are all of the most important capabilities for our Guidewire customers to really be partnering with over time. So our team is comprised of a terrific balance of folks who have a combination, in some cases, of a lot of Guidewire experience. They maybe came from our professional services and our delivery organizations, or could have come from insurers themselves who are doing Guidewire implementations, as well as from some of our alliance partners. We also have some folks who are truly experts in the discipline of customer success itself. So trying to understand how we can bring all of the best aspects of methodology and really looking for best practices in that sense. And we also have some folks who are truly just industry experts. So whether that means, having more of probably a business background, coming from a carrier themselves. We even actually have some folks on the team who are former CIOs. And so, having that overall, the balance of the team, the strength of the experience that we have, really allows us to be able to interact with customers in so many different ways. Not only in terms of the one-on-one interactions and relationships that we establish, but also thinking about how to bring that collective strength of the team.
Is customer success included in the Guidewire Cloud service subscription?
So customer success is something that we do include within the Guidewire Cloud subscription. But what our group is really focused on is to say, not only in the immediate term, but how do we truly look over the next couple of years at helping our customers to attain as much value out of the solution as possible? And that's not just thinking about actually implementing functionality, but it's thinking about what does that functionality then enable for the business, and how can we be meaningful contributors to the business outcomes that our customers are looking for?
Thanks, Christina. Next, we're going to hear from some of our customer success leaders to hear a bit more about how they're partnering with some of our cloud customers and helping them to be successful on their cloud journey with us. Hi, Angela. You've had the opportunity to help a new Guidewire customer with their program. Can you share a customer example of how you've helped guide a successful cloud program?
Whenever you're starting with a new customer, whether they're new to Guidewire or new to the cloud, it's always important to just start by building that relationship and understanding what's important to that customer. And in the example I'm going to give, the customer really valued transparency, wanted to understand what we were delivering and when, wanted to understand risks, mitigations, and all of the things that go into our relationship. So we set up something that we call a business system. Really what that is, it's a repeatable cadence, allows us to know what we're doing weekly, daily, monthly, quarterly, with a set of attendees, deliverables, and expectations. And that really does help to have the customer really know what they're going to be receiving, allows us to have a forum by which to raise issues and celebrate successes, and also just establishes that relationship and ensures you have that repeatable cadence to bring things to the forefront.
That's great, Angela. Can you talk a little bit about what you did during the first 60 days?
During the first 60 days, it's important to just understand the players and to listen. Really spend some time understanding the strategic objectives that a customer is trying to establish and determining what is important to them. And then secondly, it's understanding the company's culture. Every company has a different set of cultural norms, as well as how they work, how they want to receive information, how you want to communicate. And so culture is the second part to kind of marry into play.
Awesome. And how did the customer measure the success with their program?
The first couple of things I'm going to talk about are related to speed to market and market opportunity. Our ability at Guidewire to really ensure that our programs are looking at how we can support the market opportunity and get into the door for those customers quickly is really key. Our industry changes so frequently that it's important that we look at speed and speed to market. I think the second main area that customers look at, and this customer in particular, was around efficiency. And efficiency can be sort of termed as not only how to maximize workflow and how to maximize how their system flows from an SLA standpoint, but also IT cost of ownership. The last element that a lot of customers look at is the customer. So customer satisfaction and ensuring that the system can respond, how quickly we can address needs if a policyholder needs to change their policy or is experiencing a claim. And then also internally from an underwriter or a customer service representative's perspective, how they are really looking at adoption and employee engagement. So in this case, when you think about market opportunity and speed, efficiency, and internal and external customer satisfaction, I think those are the key ways that most customers look at success.
Thanks, Angela. Let's shift gears a little bit and talk about adoption. Luca, after go live, how do we typically work with customers to understand adoption and potential future enhancements?
Before talking about adoption, let me share with you a little bit of context about this customer. So we worked together with this big customer that was looking for moving from the self-managed solution to a cloud solution. The main objective was to demonstrate that we were able to move this customer in a very short time. So we did it in 6 months. And starting from that point in time, after 90 days in production, we start to work around adoption. How? We bring the customer around the table with users and users, and we look at the way they use the system. We can then provide advices on how they are using the system. We can understand if there are difficulties in using the system, so we can bring in some training.
That's great, Luca. And similar to the question to Angela, how did this customer measure the success with their program?
We align with the customer on business strategic objectives that are key to them. This is the main action that we do preparing the go live, and then we start to measure these business strategic objectives after the go live during quarterly business reviews. And then on our side, we measure what we call customer health. That is a mix of KPIs that are giving us the clear feeling if we are doing the right job with them.
Great, thanks, Luca. Now let's talk about self-managed customers and customers that are maybe considering a transition to the cloud. Joe, many of our self-managed customers are considering that path, and you had the opportunity to work with a customer like this. Can you share how you were able to guide them on a successful cloud program?
Sure. Thanks, Brian. I work with one of our earliest self-managed customers to start the move toward cloud. They've been managing Guidewire Insurance Suite for many years, and they had deep insights and experience to share with us. And I would say that that characterizes our journey together. It's a collaboration. So throughout the transition phase, customer success connects the dots. We connect the customer's experience with our own, and we bring those two together to reach the next stage where we begin to evolve. And at that step, customer success pivots and becomes more of a strategic role where we're working together to combine Guidewire strategy and product strategy and service strategy with the customer's perspective and their aspirations.
Joe, can you share how you work with the customer to build what we refer to as a multi-year success plan?
One of the key components of our model is a success plan. And the success plan combines a customer strategy with Guidewire roadmap such that the two may actually influence each other. So where previously our relationship typically revolved around certain events, an implementation or an upgrade, now it begins to become much more strategic so that even for the most aspirational objectives that are several years out, it's in those circumstances that we can influence each other, where a customer can influence our roadmap, and sometimes likewise. Customers are keeping track of trends, and so we bring those to the table, we talk about them, and those influence our products. And the success plan is one piece that embodies exactly that.
That's great. Luca, could you share a little bit about how we work with customers to understand their success criteria for their program, both during implementation as well as after going live?
We start to work with the customer since day one. When we start implementation, we start to discover with them the basic KPIs that they would like to follow. We work with the executives also to understand what are the strategic objectives that can become KPIs at the end of the day. So this all action happens during the delivery of the project. And then when we start to implement in production the solution, we start to measure these KPIs. And while we are tracking that we are on the right way, we are able then to show internally to the business stakeholders that we are on track.
Thanks, Luca. Angela, what would you say is a sign that helps us know we're really supporting our customers in the most strategic way we can?
A good sign is just that continued relationship. And when you can start to have those conversations that take you out of the day-to-day tactical risk elements and really into those that are strategic and can have us focus on taking our system or our roadmap to the next level.
That's great. Thanks, Angela. And Luca, I wanted to get your perspective on the same question. What do you feel is a sign or signs that we know we're supporting our customers in the most strategic way possible?
There are two ways of seeing this success together or collaboration. One way is the most formal one, I would say, measuring customer health, as I said before. But the other way is a more informal, and I think that it's more linked to becoming a trusted advisor with the customer. When you feel that the customer is able to call you at whatever time in the day because it's needed, and they ask you for help on any topic, you will know at that point in time that you are doing the right job.
Thanks, Luca. Joe, how about your perspective on that question as well? So given that you've worked with a customer transitioning from self-managed to cloud, how have you seen that strategic relationship help enable their program?
When I think about this question, we don't like to face them, but almost every program, whatever it is, will face challenges. And it's in those challenges that we really kind of test the relationship and begin to reveal how healthy it is. As Luca mentioned, customer health is something that we actually track. So when I see that a customer recognizes that I'm going to do more than simply carry a message or a sentiment or a requirement, and that I actually understand the value of their perspective the same way they do, then I know we have a partnership and that will endure.
Thank you for joining today's session. Hopefully you found it informative about how Guidewire's customer success team is partnering with our cloud customers on their journey. I'm really excited about the investment that Guidewire is making in our customer success. And I hope in future connection sessions we have an opportunity to tell you more about how our team is partnering with our customers to enable them on their journey to the cloud.